This is Heiner Siegmund reporting for Cargoforwarder.eu. I'm here at Airbus Hamburg and talking to Peter Sander. He's Engineering Technology Concept Germany, responsible for the development of new materials. Peter, I see this aircraft here and holding in my hand. It looks very bionic. Is this the aircraft of the future? Is this part that you are holding part of an aircraft that you're going to build in future at Airbus?
Yes, exactly. We call it concept plane, and it shows our future idea of an aircraft. And at the end, if you look like this, you have here part of the aircraft. You see it looks more or less like a bone,
right?
Not like stringers and ribs as we do it today. And if we would be able to produce something like this in the future, we would save, let's say, up to 30% weight. And this is our motivation, let's say, at the end, to think about such kind of structures.
What about security? I mean, is this durable? Is this lasting? Does this work for 30, 40 years maybe?
Ask your bone.
Well,
yeah, you know.
I better not.
So more or less, it's designed like the nature would do it.
Yeah.
And our task is now we start to understand how that works.
Yeah.
And we are working on it, let's say, the next 2 years to understand and to validate this kind of principles, yeah, to make it really flyable. The first parts are flying, but at the end this is the target. But to say, let's end to have fuel consumption reduction for our customers.
Yeah, this is not going to revolutionize only the building of aircraft. It's more or less an industrial revolution. Printing materials, printing tools, printing components. How's the development emerging and going on? What is your estimate?
Well, let's say we have flying plastics now on our A350.
Yeah. And
we have the first flying metallic bracket on our A350. It's this. It's a titanium cabin bracket.
It is already part of an aircraft, right?
It's part of an aircraft. It's a cabin bracket. It's good for 3.5 tons load. And so we start with titanium. We continue with aluminium. And let's say 2016 we will have a serial mode in titanium, 17 in aluminium, and 2018 it's fully established.
Could you imagine building an entire aircraft of this sort?
I'm nearly sure, let's say 2030, our products will look like this, latest.
Right.
And in between we will have components, maybe flaps or something like this.
Right.
We start with to design like this because we want to see this 30% weight reduction.
Yeah.
No?
If you can print materials this way and build aircraft, this is going to revolutionize also the supply chain, because you can do it right where you are. You don't have to transport that many goods that you have to transport now. So what are the changes that come up there? What do you see there?
Well, the industrial access we will see in the first at our spare parts, let's say. We are able to print such kind of parts on demand and plastics in the first stage. So we reduce maintenance of toolings, we reduce stocks, we reduce all the transportation. We are very flexible. So this comes up. And in the future we will have maybe welded assemblies we take the best situation on each part of the aircraft, print a few of them, weld them together with standard parts, whatever, and the outcome will be something, we will have something like this.
Yeah.
But more producing parts on demand than on stock. That's maybe one of the biggest changes.
Right. So that's bad news for the forwarding agents, right? That currently are still transporting your components and your spare parts.
Maybe it's a good message for our environment.
Because you save fuel and, well,
transportation too.
Transportation.
So this will come for sure.
All right. Thanks very much for being here at Airbus Hamburg, and all the best for these materials and for your future project.
Thank you too. You're welcome.